Alright, so actually what I ended up doing was I got just a 1/2-inch socket or a 1/2-inch ratchet, and I can put my universal on there, and then I put my 9/16 shallow socket on the end. And what I ended up doing is I actually tightened all 3 bolts with this setup. That way the top 2 are not tighter than the bottom. I'm content with how tight they are. I'll come back and actually inspect them once I get the tractor running. So anyway, what I've done now is I've gone ahead and I've put the belt on, and now I'm going to take our ring here and I'll tighten our ring up, and that will make sure that our belt's probably a little loose here still. It's catching on this one. So actually seems to be pretty good. I'll have to look at the specs for the flex here in just a second. But I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this right here. That way it doesn't fly off when I started up the first time if I've forgotten to do any of this. And oops, scratched the paint already. It's about par for the course, right? Paint something and you're gonna scratch it the first thing. So I think the water pump's installed. I'll come back and I'll check all this belt tightness and everything later. But it does seem to spin nice in there. So I'm not really concerned about that. Oh, I just noticed I have a chip out of this pulley right here. Certainly something to be mindful of. I mean, that's why I've got some fraying along that belt edge. So now I'll just put the radiator tube back in here, and then I can start working on the upper hoses. So I'm going to go ahead and install this the hose here. I opted not to get a new hose, strictly from the standpoint of, I mean, this one's serviceable, so I just opted to leave it how it is, and I'll, if I completely restore the tractor, I'll get a new one, or if that one busts, I'll get a new one. So, yeah, I'll install this hose, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about the top radiator hoses. All right. So, in the interest of saving the video card, because evidently I forgot to take all the videos off of it, and I don't have that much time left, I've gone ahead and done this side right here. You can kind of see the former gasket coming out right there. So, and I've also got the air cleaner back on. So I put the air cleaner on there because I would think it would be very hard to get back on once I put the water pipes back on. So the instructions are, I went ahead and made my bead. Basically one of these little tubes, which is the only size the parts store had. One of these little tubes will do one side, barely. And so I have another tube. I'm gonna go ahead. I've got the normal size, and I've got this ultra blue gasket maker. If I need to, I can use it. But I'm gonna try to use the thermostat water pump housing, stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to go over the other side, and I have to wait for an hour to tighten the bolts the rest of the way down. So we'll go over here, grab my other thing of sealant, and I'm going to put a bead around here and a bead around here. I got to clean up this because there's a little bit of oil still there. And go ahead and seal it up. And once I get ready to put the pipe on there, I'll go ahead and turn the camera back. Alright, I've never been claimed to be a good gasket maker, so I'm gonna go. I don't think I have anywhere really to put the camera, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the pipe up here. Actually, yeah, because I won't be able to do it single-handedly. I'm gonna go ahead and put the pipe up here, and then I'll come back and I'll get one bolt in, and then we should be good to go. Alright, so I got this side on. I had a little bit of trouble with the thermostat sitting down in here, so I had to a quick hurry. So I'll sit around here for an hour, do some other stuff, and then tighten these down. And the cooling system should be reassembled. I do need to check the thermostat on the pony motor. I still need to check on that. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But up next, I'm going to see if this thing can run. Hopefully, it'll probably be after the first of the year before I do anything like that. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way everything turned out. A little bit slower than I expected, but we'll get it back together, get some coolant in it, probably just water to start with, and then see what we can come up with, see if it runs, see if it leaks, see where it leaks, and go from there. Oh, the one thing I did do, I did that top fitting right there on the power steering pump. I was actually able to tighten it about 1/4 of a turn, so we'll see if that fixes the leak underneath the power steering pump. Hopefully it does. If not, we'll have to investigate that further. So anyway, until next time, probably be, I guess the next thing I need to do is put it all back together. So it'll be probably, it may be after the first of the year before I get back to working on the 820 again. Until then, I've got some other videos that I'll put up doing some general maintenance and stuff like that on the 1445. So thanks for watching.